It's stroke number 106. Struck by the Cupid's arrow, Madhava ran here and there along the banks of the Yamuna, searching for Sri Radha. Becoming despondent at not finding her, he wept in a conscience. These two ras, one is sharadiya ras and one is vasantika ras. In sharadiya ras, all the types of gopis participate. Swapaksha, Nipaksha, Vipaksha, Suid, Suchitari, Munichari, Rishichari, Dandakaran, Rishis, and in Ramachandra's Leela, the residents who were living in, all the ladies who were living in Janakpuri, when they had the darshan of Ramchandra, they fell in love with him. And they wanted Ramchandra to be their husband. They had agreed, their desire that Ramchandra be their husband. And the ladies of Janakpuri, by the mercy of Ramchandra, they took the birth in the Gopi's womb in Vraj and participated in the Ras. Here Ramchandra, when he's doing yagna, Sita was there. The Sitas, the murtis he made of Sitas, they also, those Sitas in Dwapar Yuga, they in Krishna Leela, they got Gopi's body and they participated in the Ras. These all the ladies, then they got Gopi's body and they participated in the Ras Leela. In the Sharadiya Ras, that's why Sharadiya Ras is also called Panchayati Ras. In Basanti Ras, Swapaksha, Vipaksha, Gopis participate. Sharadiya Ras takes place in the Govardhan in Chandra Sarovar, or on the lap of the Govardhan. There, the Swapaksha Radha sides Gopis and Chandravali's Gopis, they take part. The speciality of Basanti Ras is the speciality of Basanti Ras is Krishna. That Krishna took Ras Leela and he was dancing. There's one Swarup that was with the Radharani, and he manifested in many Swarups with other gopis and he performed the Ras like that. Radhaji saw, then he saw, oh, Krishna is a duplicate. So he's also having love for the other gopis and dancing with. So Radharani went into man. No, Krishna expanded himself, manifested into multiple forms, and he danced with the gopis. That's why Radharani saw that, and she went in man. Kutileta means crooked. Okay, crooked. Bhakka means crooked, like Krishna is crooked. Bhakka's word is a Sanskrit word. Bhakka means tede mere means crooked. So the prem is like crooked. When prem and sneh, man, as the prem increases more, and then as the prem condensed, then it becomes more crooked. Like Shraddha, Sadhu Sang, Bhajan Kriya, Anartha Nivrati, Nishtha, Ruchi, Ashakti, and Bhav, Prem, after Bhav, then Prem. As the Prem gets condensed, as the Prem gets thicker, the beauty of the Prem is increasing. Like milk, when you are boiling the milk, and what happens to the milk as you boil and boil and boil, it gets thicker and thicker. That's why so you have name, you have different, when the milk is boiled and it gets thicker, there's many different names you can call, like malai. So like mithai, for the sweets, in the sweet shops, when they make those sweets, they use the milk products, they made from the milk products. They will know, who work in the sweet shops, they will know that when the milk is condensed, and it depends on how milk is thick, and that way the sweets are made, and they have different names. So Prem is one, right? But the Prem in the Bhakta's heart, when it gets condensed and thicker, then it will give that madhurya bhav, like a sneh. After Prem there is sneh, then after sneh is man, then rag, then anurag, bhav, mahabhav, rudha, mohan, madana. So that gets higher and higher, the prem gets higher and higher. What is man? Which was did you write it down? Which verse was it? Which verse was it? I forgot, my page got lost. When the prem gets thicker, the prem takes the form. Which verse was it? 142. I don't know which verse was it. Yeah, 105. Okay. No, my page just came. Sometimes the man is cause and sometimes the man is without any cause. So it's like man is like a snake. Like a snake. When the snake is moving, how is it move? It moves in a crooked way, right? So similarly, the snake, the Prem is also Prem. Also the form of the Prem is like that. One is Hetuman and one is Ahetuman. One man that goes by the man is cause, and the other man is without causeless, without any cause, without any reason. There is man. One is Lalitman, Bharatman and Lalitman. It's described in Ujjvala Linman. Chandravali Sakhis. They are. Sorry, which man was that? Radha? Vidata man. And Lalit man. So Radha's gopis is Lalit man. That depends because as the prem gets condensed, in the same as it gets thicker, the snare of that prem also gets thicker. Saying that the Shravan, the hearing, and that you will have tears from your eyes. With darshan, you will have constant tears flowing from your eyes. When you have darshan, when Srimati Radhika has darshan of Govinda, it's the tears flow from her eyes continuously, that she cannot stop it. So, when Krishna goes cow grazing, and Srimati Radhika, and she's on the Giriraj, she's having darshan, she's taking darshan of Krishna from very far away. Near Giriraj. She's standing on the Giriraj Govardhan and she's having darshan of Krishna. And the stone of the Giriraj Govardhan, she's standing on the Giriraj Govardhan and taking darshan of cow of Krishna. But even Srimati Radhika's lotus feet are so soft. They are softer than even the lotus petals. And Radhaji, and she doesn't even know that her feet are burning. She's got blisters. She's got blisters on her feet, and still she's having an ananda of having Krishna's darshan. She's from far away. She's having darshan of Krishna. What happens when she has Krishna's darshan? Her heart melts. And then, what is the symptom when your heart melts? When the heart melts, and the tears flow from your eyes. Snare. What is the meaning of snare? When the chit is melted, and the tears are flowing from the eyes. The Radhaji cannot stop crying. When you have Krishna's darshan, what happens? There is obstacle. So Radhaji, even in the dreams, if Krishna comes, even in dreams, her heart melts. Wait. There's, one is Anand or Madan. There's so much Anand in Krishna's darshan. There's so much excitement to have Krishna's darshan. So during to the excitement, the heart melts and the heart is overflowing with love. And then Ananda or Madan. When there's Krishna's darshan, there's so much Anand that the heart there's so much utkanta, there's so much stimulus in the heart, and there's calm. It transcended. The beauty of the Krishna roop of and the kanti of the body or limbs of the Krishna, that she's running, she wants to embrace Krishna. Radha is so astonished and excited to embrace Krishna. It's not material, it's transcendental. It's transcendental lust. It's transcendental calm lust. She's so eager to embrace Krishna. That she's, how can I serve Krishna? Boy means Satguru. Who is your Satguru? Ananda and Kam. So what is it? Anand. So with that, when she has darshan of Krishna, there is Anand and Kam. And the Chandravali is Sakhi. She is telling Radharani, is one of Radharani's Sakhi, that when Chandravali, that is so much Krishna, Chandravali has so much love for Krishna. And what does she do? Chandravali, she is having darshan from the toe. She is having darshan from the nail of Krishna's toe till the head of Krishna. She will not even blink. She will not even blink. And she will not look on the side. Oh, her eyes are totally fixed, completely fixed on the darshan. She's taking darshan of Krishna. There's so much anand in Govind's darshan. Even if you have no desire to look at anything other than Krishna. So Chandravali Sakhi, one of the Sakhis, is telling Radharani Sakhi that she is Chandravali and saying, look at our glorified. See how much priti, anurag she has for Krishna. So when they have anurag, means deep attachment. Then you want to see that again and again. You are so eager to see that thing again and again where there is a deep attachment. So Chandravali is having darshan of Govinda. She has no desire for anything else. She's darshan of Govinda from a toenail to the head, to the whole body of Krishna. Then Radhaji Sakhi is saying, hey Sakhi, your Chandravali is very fortunate that she is having darshan, that she is taking one darshan in the all. But our Sakhi, but one is taking darshan of the whole body, right? And one person is fixed at that point of the body, that limb of the body, that part of the body. She's just fixed, her eyes are fixed in that part of the body. If Radhaji's eyes If she's, let's say for example, she's having her eyes are fixed in the lips of Krishna, then the lips of the Krishna is red. Since she's fixed, her eyes are fixed so much in just Krishna's lips, then she doesn't. The lips are so beautiful that her eyes are totally fixed on the lips of Krishna. Also, what is darshan? When he has darshan, she's remembering all the different types of leelas. What is it? What is the purpose? Chandravali, even Chandravali is having darshan of Krishna, and Radharani is also having darshan of Krishna. There is a difference. There is a difference. The light that's emanating from Kanti, from Krishna's body is so sundar, so beautiful that your eyes get fixed in that point. For like iron, if like it will be attracted to the magnet at that point, right? It will be attracted at that point of the magnet. It won't go up and down. It is pakka fixed. So like that, when Radharani's eyes see that darshan of which part of the body of the darshan of Krishna, her eyes gets fixed, and she is remembering all different types of leela. So Radha's is Sakhi. Badan means face, the Mukharvind, Krishna's face. So even in a dream, if she has darshan of Krishna's face, the Krishna's beauty, she's like I gave an example of that, like I said, that how the lips of Krishna are so beautiful and red. Even in the dream, she gets fixed in that part of the body. That's how she's taking darshan. She's taking darshan of Krishna. And then also what else happens? Tears flow from her eyes. So many, it's like a flood. It's a flood of tears. That then she finds it very difficult to have darshan of Krishna because the tears are flowing so much and it blocks the eyes. There's so much excitement when where is Krishna sitting? Which place is Krishna? Mother. Where? What is he doing? How can I serve? So you are not getting the full darshan of Govinda because the tears are flowing so much and it's blocking the eyes. It's blocking. The tears are blocking your eyes. Then she gets so much absorbed and abyss that I am not having Krishna. I am not having Krishna's darshan. That's why Sneh, Pran, Man, Anurag, Bhav. In vasantika-rasa, many millions of gopis participate. They are doing Ras Leela with Krishna. One murti of Radha, and then Krishna, one is in with Radharani, and then he expands himself and he's dancing with each and every gopi. So when Radhaji saw this, that Krishna is also with his other gopis. So what happened in Krishna's heart, or Radhaji's heart, she had sapatama bhava, that no. Oh, so step wife, the co-wife. So if the man has more than one wife, so what happens between the two wives? There is a enviousness, jealousy. Suniti, like two wives, he had Suniti and Surichi. Suniti was very jealous. So there is jealousy between two wives. So like that, Radha, in Radhaji's heart, so she had vamadra, like she had jealousy in her heart. So Radhaji, Radhaji became jealous, and so she left the site of the Ras Leela. Who? That Hari who steals everyone's heart. Man, stressed. So when Radhaji left, then Krishna is where is Radhaji? Krishna is she is actually Radhaji is controlling the Ras. That's why Srimati Radha is called Raseshwari, and Krishna is called Ras Bihar. So Radhika is Raseshwari, and Radhika is Raseshwari, and Krishna is Ras Bihari. So she controls the Ras. That's why she's called Raseshwari. When Radhaji gets angry, she left the Ras. Krishna could not stay. Krishna had so much eagerness to meet Radhaji, and Krishna neglected all the gopis. He left the Ras. So Krishna neglected all the rest of the gopis and left the Ras. And then it's the Gele Ras and Vishite. Where there is no Radha, there is no Ras. Without her presence, without Radha Rani, there is no Ras. So Krishna in front of gopis, he neglected them, and he left and he ran after Radhaji. So Krishna left also. Krishna left the Ras Leela, and so without Radhika's present, Krishna did not feel happy, and therefore he left the Ras Leela to search for her. Prabhunanda's Krishna was very unhappy. It's not that easy to pacify Radha's man. So what Krishna? Krishna is, Radhaji is staying somewhere else and another place, and Krishna there, yes, but they're not looking the other way. Krishna, where did they meet? Sangam, between the Radha Kund and Sham Kund, Radha and Krishna met each other there. Radhaji left with the man, and there's no reason. How can you pacify the reason that's caused without any reason? But if there is a reason, then it's easier to, because of that reason, you can pacify the man. But sometimes the man, there is no reason, without any cause. So how can you pacify that man? So Radhaji was standing on the other side of the bank, and the fragrance from her body and fragrance from her body is in her clothes, and the air, the breeze is her clothes are blowing in the air. So then what the fragrance that's emanating from Radhaji's clothes, the air is blowing, taking that fragrance towards the Krishna. And then when Krishna smells this fragrance of Radhika's clothes, that he's saying, my life is successful. And then he's saying the air, saying the breeze, air, that your life is successful. Because what is the air is doing? The air is blowing her clothes. Yes. Sorry, I didn't understand that. A balloon. The balloon has got gas. So when it's full of air or gas, then the balloon will go up. But with a string, and then the balloon goes up. When you pull the string, then the balloon comes down. So similar, the Pavan Devata, that's how he is blowing the up and down, blowing Radharani's clothes. Then Krishna looking at that, Krishna is saying that you are very fortunate. You are very fortunate to the air, that I cannot even go near Radhaji. When Radhaji is man, I cannot even touch her body. Yeah, when somebody is like upset and man, they say, don't touch me, stay away from me. That's why Krishna is saying, Pavan Mitra, he's saying to Pavan, wind, that you are very fortunate. Pavan, your life is success. Your life is successful. That you are doing seva. They are doing two sevas of Radhika. One is you are blowing her clothes up and down, and the other is the fragrance from her body that's in her clothes, that you are spreading that. So the fragrance went into her clothes, and then that clothes the fragrance went into the air, and that fragrance through the air, Krishna could smell. In the so all these gopis also left the last, and they also left the Raslila. That's why Raya Ramananda is saying, there's millions of gopis. They are millions of gopis who are giving happiness to Krishna. Still Krishna is not happy. There's so many gopis. If there's so many millions of gopis, it doesn't matter. But if Radhaji is not there, Krishna. So even if you put millions of gopis on one side and Radhaji is on the other side, then still you will not barabar. It's not equal. It's still not balanced. Satta koti gopika nahi kam nirvapam. So even if millions of gopis were not able to extinguish the calm of Sri Krishna, from this alone one can infer the greatness of Sri Radha's quality. Without her, Sri Krishna's desire to taste Kanta Prem would not be met. Prabhu kahe ye. After hearing the deep explanation of Prem Tattva from Sri Raya Ramananda, Mahaprabhu became very satisfied. So Raya Ramananda is saying to Krishna, what you told me, that you describe me, Radhaji's Prem, all this knowledge you have. What is Caitanya Mahaprabhu telling Raya Ramananda? You are my Guru. Krishna, even Caitanya Mahaprabhu is, and Krishna himself came, is Caitanya Mahaprabhu, and he's telling that I am the disciple. Caitanya Mahaprabhu said, I am the disciple of Raya Ramananda. So who is what is it to speak about Madhur Leela to the Shishya, to the disciple. So that's why Caitanya Mahaprabhu is saying that I am the disciple. As of all these tattvas, my coming to you has proven success. So listening to these Leelas is so much anand, like a speaker is speaking with if the disciple is listening to the katha with nishtha, then there is so much anand in listening. Even listening is anand. Yes, do you feel happy? Yes. Shravan, kirtan, smaran. Pela Shravan. Hearing. As much as the hearing katha you do, then that in the say that much you have anand in your kirtan. So, Shravan, kirtan, and smaran. Hearing, kirtan, and remembering. Abba Jiva Goswami Path is saying Shravan Shravan is very important. So I'm speaking, like he's saying, I'm speaking. So he said, Gurudev is saying, I'm speaking. If the listeners, there's no ananda in listener. And in kirtan, you are hearing, you are remembering. In kirtan, what you heard, you are remembering. And the kirtan. So, so all three, Shravan, Smaran, and I'm speaking and I'm listening, and Smaran, what katha have you heard, you remember, and you are remembering the katha. Or saying, so if it's like, for example, what he's saying, that I'm speaking and I'm hearing what I'm speaking, and then I'm remembering what I'm saying. So when a foolish person is speaking, he's not realizing what he's speaking. He doesn't know what he's speaking. He's just speaking unnecessary. So he's just speaking unnecessarily. So the person, a foolish person, he just keep on speaking. And what will you hear? He keeps on speaking. You've seen a mad person? Mad person doesn't know like what he's speaking. Whatever comes out in his mouth, he speaks. The person who is speaking is also hearing what he's speaking. And then he'll know what to speak next. So he's smaran, right? So in kirtaniya, there's three things: Shravan, kirtan, and smaran. So that is the speciality of kirtan. That's why Caitanya Mahaprabhu, in presence of Raya Ramananda, he's saying, he's listening, Shravan. When you hear, then there you have questions. And Raya Ramananda asks questions, and Raya Ramananda replied. Why this keeps on going away? Mahaprabhu, in a humble mood, is saying, hey Prabhu, I'm very, very happy to hear from you. Bhagwan knows everything. Still, he's telling Raya Ramananda that I'm having someone, like for example, a little child, Nani, when he goes to the mother's parental's house, then he will speak to everything to the Nani, the mother, the maternal parents' house, and the child will speak everything to the Nani. That's, Nanaji gave me this, I ate the arm, Nanaji gave me mango. So all this, when the child is speaking, Patani, yes, what the child will speak to the Nani, the mother doesn't know, because the Nani is living in another house. Like when he's speaking about the tree, he's describing the tree of a mango. It's like he's saying, there's so many branches, there's the big tree, and the fruit of mango, and the mango is so tasty. Hey Nani, if you have tasted, if mother is listening, is they saying, she's having happiness, and like he's saying that, mom, if you taste this beautiful taste of mango, so that the child is describing the mango tree to the mother. Mother knows everything, right? But still, mother is listening. Listening to that katha from the child. She's having so much happiness. So similarly, Caitanya Mahaprabhu knows everything, right? But still, he's having so much excitement hearing from Raya Ramananda. What is this Sindhu? Sindhu. Who's the samudra? The ocean. He's eternal. Where the waves of the Madhurya, Prema, is it's like all the waves, in the oceans, the waves go up and down. The water in the ocean goes up and down, and they come up from the ocean, and then they go down and meet the ocean again. The water, even the water in the ocean, is the water of the ocean. It's going up, right? It's forcing the water up. We have happiness when you see the ocean, when the waves are going up and down in the ocean. Like some waves go very, very high up and then come down again and meet the ocean. So where did these waves come from? The waves came also from the ocean and then also goes back into the ocean. Like when you go to Jagannath Puri, if you sit by the bank of the ocean, by the sea, then you see that the waves go up and then again the waves come back and meet the ocean again. And you keep on staring and staring. It will not end. For 1 second, it doesn't stop, and then it's stationary for 1 second, and then it's down, and then again it comes up, right? And then so Prema is like that. Prema is the big, great ocean. Prema is like a great big ocean. It's called maha-samudra. It's a big ocean. In the Prema, in the ocean, are all these different types of mood. All the waves in the ocean are these different moods. What is that called? Santa. Bhavati, utpatti. It's the bhav, utpatti. Like what happens? One wave comes up, and then so one bow. So similarly, in Prema Samudra, one wave, one bow comes up. One bow is manifested, and then that bow, one bow is manifested, and behind that another type of bow is manifested, and the second bow is goes over the first bow, and then overtakes that bow. Like the wave, you got wave, and then another wave from the behind, the next wave, the behind overtakes that first wave. The rays Yes, the love that overjumped the first bhav. So if you see in the ocean, then one wave is already coming, right? And so quickly the second wave from behind is coming, and it overtakes the first wave. So if you sit by the bank of the ocean, then you'll see that is called bhav-sagar. So even in the ocean of this prem, that's how the bhavs are as well. There's one bhav already manifested, and then another bhav is manifested and it goes over the first bhav. So you will not realize this by hearing. You say, wonder what is this bhav, but that are the okay, you're listening, but you will not be able to realize. It's very, very hard to understand and to realize. Bhava-sandhi. One bhav is meeting another bhav. That is called bhava-sandhi. Means one bhav is meeting the other bhav. Bhava-sandhi is joining. One bhav meets the other bhav is joining. So Bhava-sandhi. Bhava-sandhi. And then what happens? Then suddenly the ocean is calm. Bhava-sandhi. So one meets, and then again, then the bhav rises up. She's explaining every bhav. Akila. That's why Rupa Goswami Pad in Bhakti Rasa Mitra, in that sloka, is Vastavana sloka. He's described that in Bhakti Rasa Mitra. What is he trying to speak? Bhakta Rasa Amrita. This sloka. So, sorry, I didn't get that. When these are a speaker who is a very expert speaker, he will know. Yes, he knows how to speak, how to put everything together, and he speaks expertly. And somebody who is not so intelligent will not know how to speak. He will not. Expert speaker. So speaker, intelligent speaker, in one sloka, he will explain it in one sloka. So who is Caitanya Mahaprabhu? Inside Krishna and outside Radha. He's one. He is a disciple. Who is superior? The speaker or the listener? The srota. Yes. Actually, who is the superior? Is srota, listener. Like Sukadev Goswami Pad is Vaksha, is a Strota. So the listener is Parikshit Maharaj. Speaker is Sukadev Goswami. Who is superior? Sukadev Goswami or Parikshit Maharaj? Sukadev Goswami. Oh, he said, Parikshit Maharaj is superior. He's the listener. Strota, he's a listener. To be listening is also very difficult. Isn't that true? Bedna, you are sitting and listening, is that's also very difficult. If after you sitting there for half an hour, then your mind will be disturbed. You will go here and there. So our mind is so restless. It stays in one concentrate. The most our mind can be concentrated, fixed, is for 15 minutes. Then after 15 minutes, the mind will become restless. So if you are listening to katha, after 15 minutes you'll see that your mind is not so much fixed. It's not concentrated. As maximum is 15 minutes, and then after that the mind will be restless. It will be unstable. Psychologically, according to psychology, the nature of the mind is to become restless. Then mind will go here and there. Isn't that true? And then you start thinking about something else. That's why to fix the mind, how long? There's a period. For 35 minutes. But after 35 minutes it will. So if you are listening Bhagavad Gita for 3-4 hours, it's hard, it's difficult. So what does the Vakta do? To speaker, to relax that listener's mind, you have to give some relaxation to that mind. So then he has to do some treatment. And we are birth jiva as a conditional jiva, but Parikshit Maharaj is not a conditional jiva. See, ordinary people, they will move their head here and there. They get like, isn't that true? So to be a listener is not that easy. So Parikshit Maharaj is a strota, he's a listener. Sukadeva Goswami is speaking from his mouth, I'll drink some water. But Parikshit Maharaj, that he's listening to Govind's Leela, he doesn't want, if he forgot to drink, eat, everything. But he's just hearing the nectar of the Leela, Govinda Leela. And what happens? To us, what will happen to us? We will fall sleepy. Yeah, we fall sleepy. Then you would move your head here and there, and your mind is going here and there. You feel sleepy. Maharaj, when will you stop this? I need to go home. I've got daughter, son. I need to cook. I have to do this. I have to do that. Yeah, I've got so much other seva to do. You stay in the mandir. What you have? No. We have to go home. But that's true as well. Isn't that true? That my son is going to school, I have to do this and that for him. Yeah, the maid. Even the maid will come and I have to tell her, I have to be with her, and if I'm not there, then the maid won't do what she's supposed to do. She won't do the work. So I have to supervise her. If you tell the maid, do this, do that, then the maid will say, go to the I'll do it. You left the car and then you left the house and you started your car, and what would the maid do in the house? Ah, she will leave as well. She will do the work so here and there quickly, and then she'll also leave. She's not going to do it properly without your presence. So even to make somebody else work is also very difficult. Isn't that true? You have got that experience. Yes, you know, you tell the maid, clean this, clean that. And she'll say, Benji, I will clean. As long as you've left the house and you started the car, and she's looking out from the window that, now the owner's gone and left, so she will just forgive.
Very easy to करना श्रोता बनना इतना सहज नहीं है.
See, is that to be a listener is not that easy. Yes, that's true. Like Parikshit Maharaj, he is the expert listener. How much attentive listener is, then the speaker will speak accordingly. Speaker will know that the other listeners listening, then that's how much speaker will speak. If you are a good listener or if you are a good speaker, then the katha will come from your heart. And then if the listeners don't want to hear, then that katha won't come out. It's like, then what's this wasted? Then that will be, then also, yeah. Then this. So a listener should be very attentive in listening, and then the speaker will be pleased, and he will see the listeners are listening. Then he will speak more and more. The speaker's katha is coming. It depends. The katha will come out from the speaker according to the listeners. So Raya Ramananda is a vakta, he's a speaker, right? Raya Ramananda is speaking. Vakta is, who is speaking? Raya Ramananda. And who is listening? Srota is Mahaprabhu. Sota, vakta. Srota is, Parikshit Maharaj, and the speaker is Goswami, Sutta Goswami Maharaj. So who is superior? Parikshit Maharaj is. So he's a listener, is a superior. If we have knowledge of something, if we have some knowledge of something, then when we listen to it with our knowledge, then we have ananda. But if we have knowledge, if we don't understand anything, then we won't have any anand in listening. If you have some gyan, if you have some knowledge about ras, then you will have anand listening to about ras. So Mahaprabhu is telling Raya Ramananda that this katha is ras. And who is speaking? Raya Ramananda is speaking about the ras katha. So Caitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, I want to hear more. So Radha's Prema,
Krishna Sarupa Radha Sarup Rasapurna Tattva Prem Purna Tattva Vipakari Tattva Bhava Amare Tumamina Kya Nahi Nirupite
Mahaprabhu is saying, pleased, and he's saying, Raya Ramananda, what is the Swarup? Speak about Radharani's Swarup and Krishna's Swarup. And what is Ras? What is Ras? What is the meaning of Ras? Or and Prema Tattva. And what is Prem? So speak about Krishna Tattva, Radha Tattva, and Rasa Tattva and Prema Tattva. So you speak about all these 4 tattvas to me. What is the Abhiman is of Caitanya Mahaprabhu is that I'm a disciple, and Raya Ramananda is that I'm like, if the Shishya is not very excited, doesn't have any questions, ghee, if you put ghee on your hand, like ghee, so we are all on. What do we ghee? Where do we put the ghee? In the oven. And then, the ghee gets burnt in the fire, and then spreads the fragrance of the ghee around in the hair. We can smell the ghee then in there. So if the ghee is, I mean, if the ghee is not, if you put the ghee in the fire, then the ghee, swaha, when you do yagna, when you are doing havan, and the fire is burning, and you pour the ghee in it. So the ghee, and then and you keep on pouring ghee. Om Swaha, and then you put more ghee again, Swaha, then another mantra, and then Swaha. So a fire is burning. If the fire is off, there's no fire, then you keep on putting the ghee, then snigita chitta. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Sishya, Snake, Nirmal, the pure, the disciple is, the disciple is, then that Guru will give the whole tattva to that, will manifest that tattva in his heart. Prakash. So Caitanya Mahaprabhu is saying Sishya. So he is taking the role of a Sishya. Disciple. Caitanya Mahaprabhu, that's why he is saying. So he is saying Krishna Swarup kahe, Radha Swarup. So Ramananda is so Caitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, hey Ramananda, what is Radha and Krishna and Ras Tattva? If you who can speak all these other than you? So here Mahaprabhu is completely innocent, like a pure, who is acting like I don't know anything. You, Raya Ramananda, you know everything. So Mahaprabhu is telling Raya Ramananda, I don't know anything, you know everything. So speak about Radha and Krishna Tattva, and what is Prem Tattva, what is Ras Tattva, and be merciful to me and explain all this tattvas. So Mahaprabhu is speaking in a very humble mood. So except for you, there is no one else who can explain these things. That's why Bhakti Parashvati said. So Mahaprabhu is saying, I am a disciple. So he's saying to Raya Ramananda, I don't know anything. But even though, because everything is, here you see Caitanya Mahaprabhu is a Shishya, but what is he doing? Rather in Raya Ramananda, everything, Bhakta. Caitanya Mahaprabhu, Bhakta means speaker. Actually, Caitanya Mahaprabhu is speaking from the mouth of Raya Ramananda. Caitanya Mahaprabhu is in the heart of Raya Ramananda, and that Raya Ramananda is speaking that. So who's listening? Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So actually Chaitanya is same. Listener and the speaker is the same, right? Because it's Caitanya Mahaprabhu who is speaking through Raya Ramananda's mouth. So who's sitting on Raya Ramananda's tongue? Swayam Krishna is sitting on his tongue. And say, who is listening? Also Krishna. So, do not know anything about the subject. Even Raya Ramananda in the mood of a humble mood, he's saying, I don't even know anything. You are the one who is giving me the strength to speak. The machine is there. The keyboard is there also. So you are typing on the keyboard, right? Whatever you type, that will print. Instrument. Oh, he's talking. Okay, yantra means instrument. So now he is talking example of a typewriter. So whatever you type, that's what will read. Who's actually controlling the typewriter? A person is. If we lift our hand and then we are not lift. Who is lifting our hand for us? The Paramatma in your heart is lifting that hand, right? Because otherwise on our own we don't even have strength. We don't have Shakti to lift it by ourselves. But it's the Shakti is coming from Bhakti. And then with Abhiman, with this mood of Abhiman, that we think, I am lifting my hand. That's why I say, me, I'm doing this, I'm doing. Aham, Ahankar. So, can we do it ourselves? Even we will not be able to lift a glass of water. Where does this Shakti come to lift a glass of water? If that Shakti stops, if it takes that Shakti away, Bhagwan, then will you be able to lift the glass? No. So the heart is a yantra, like machine or something, yantra. So who is moving this machine? Who is a hand? So Raya Ramananda said, I don't know any said. I am only speaking under your instructions. I am speaking. Before I say it, like a young child is speaking to the mother, and the mother about the tree, but the mother knows everything, but still mother is she's excited to listen from the child. She's having ananda, because she's having ananda because she's hearing what she knows from the mouth of the child. So like when the child is describing the tree, then the mother is having happiness. So in the same way, Mahaprabhu is, even though he's Bhakta, even Raya Ramananda is speaking the katha that Mahaprabhu already knows, and Mahaprabhu is speaking through Raya Ramananda, but Mahaprabhu is having a happiness, right? So the waves, so in the ocean the waves are flowing. Actually the water is not, when the water, if you look at the water itself, there is no beauty, but water is more beauty. There is more beauty in water when the water is lifted up like a wave and then meet again in the wave. So it comes out from the ocean and then meets back into the ocean. So it's raised from the ocean and merge in the ocean. So it's raised from the ocean, and the wave, the same water is raised up in the water. It's not the water from outside, right? It's from the water is from the same ocean, and then again it merges with the same ocean. So how will you understand this material? If I speak to you, then maybe you won't be able, but if you personally, if you are there and you see it yourself, then you understand more. So Caitanya Mahaprabhu is to Raya Ramananda. So he's listening, bolate. He's making Raya Ramananda speak that katha, and he's himself listening to it. So a Shishya is heard from Guru, and then Guru says, "Hey, Shishya, speak what?" And yes, so Shishya thinks, "I speak." Yeah. So like whatever the disciple is heard from the Guru, and then Guru tells the disciple, "Okay, you speak." So Caitanya Mahaprabhu is a Guru, right? In the first, and then Caitanya Mahaprabhu is a Guru, and Caitanya Mahaprabhu is the disciple, and Raya Ramananda is a Guru. Then first he's saying, Guru says, right, and he's speaking. Guru is speaking. Then Guru tells the Shishya, disciple, now we speak. So when Guru listens that same katha from the disciple, he's got happiness. He is very happy. So when this disciple is heard from the Guru, and what is heard from the Guru he speaks, then Guru, even though he's listening, he knows everything, he's got ananda listening the same katha from the disciple. So sometimes the speaker becomes the disciple, and the listener. Sometimes the speaker becomes the listener, and the listener becomes speaker. So Gurudev used to say, now, okay, you've heard, what katha you've heard, what did you understand from me? Now speak to the disciple. Then disciple is expressing that katha. Then Guru is very happy and he says, wow, very good. But even if whatever bhasa, whatever language you speak, even if it's not like clear, like I gave an example of as your son and Nani, and he's gone to your Nani's house and he's explaining, describing the tree of the Nani. And they say, Nani, so he's heard from the Nani's mouth about the description of the tree, and then that son is coming to the mother and describing the tree. So even though you in that broken language you speak in broken language, but still the mother is very excited and she's very happy to hear that, the Krishna the tree is so big. The tree is like, the tree's got so many branches, the tree is, so many leaves are there, and it's really big, huge mango tree. So in whatever language the child is speaking, and the mother, when she's hearing this, she's so excited, and she said, oh, speak more. it's like mother is like saying, as if like mother has never seen a mango tree. So mother used to speak like that to the child, that when I was young, I used to climb the tree with my friends, and then we used to pick hide and seek, and we used to play hide and seek. So you are speaking about this same katha to the child, but then when the child speaks that katha back to you, then you have so much ananda. So when you are speaking that katha to the child, you have not that much happiness. But when you hear the child speak that same katha back to you, you are very excited. So Caitanya Mahaprabhu is Bhagwan, Swayam Bhagwan. And then he sits in the Raya Ramananda's heart, and he is speaking through Raya Ramananda. This is Swarup Damodar. So he's saying the same thing. He heard from Raya Ramananda. Right? He heard from Raya Ramananda. And then Caitanya Mahaprabhu in front of Raya Ramananda is a disciple. And Raya Ramananda is speaking and he is hearing. And then what happened when with Sanatana Goswami? With Sanatana Goswami, he is a guru. So Mahaprabhu is saying, Swayam Krishna. Caitanya Mahaprabhu is Swayam Krishna. He's speaking and he is hearing about himself from Raya Ramananda. So first he was a disciple, and then with Sanatana Goswami path, he's a Sanatana guru. So in front of Sanatana Goswami path, Caitanya Mahaprabhu is a guru. So he swapped the roles. So what is Krishna is Vishai. Krishna is Vishai Vigraha and Raya Ramananda is Ashray Vigraha. This is Vishai and Ashray Vigraha. So who is going to listen from who? Who is when Ashray when Vishai Raya Ramananda is Ashray and Caitanya Mahaprabhu is Vishai. Right? Yeah, Vishai. So here, who would you? Who is it? Is it better to listen from the Ashray or Vishai? You got hand. There is another hand. So with one hand you got something, and with the other hand you are tasting it. So which one says? I don't know. Say the honey. For honey, the honey itself cannot taste honey, right? Honey cannot taste honey. So Krishna is Vishay Tattva. Vishay Tattva. So can you?
It's better to be the honey or to taste the honey?
Honey itself cannot taste honey. Then honey has to become honey.
No.
Nah, to taste honey.
It's better to taste honey than to be honey.
So you take the shelter. So Radhika is the shelter of the divine love. and he's the object. Krishna is the object of divine love, and Radharani is the shelter of the divine love. So ashraya bhav. So if in order to taste that bhav, you have to become that person. No. I got that one. So Radha's ashray, if ashray is bhav, so Krishna took Radharani's kanti, Radharani's complexion, to taste what Radharani is relishing. Yes, it's right. What is this Sundaryata? What is the beauty? So Radhaji is relishing Krishna. That Radha is what is when she is. For example, you lick the honey. You lick the honey, right? You tasted the honey. What happened when you licked the honey? Whatever the sweetness that's in honey, you are tasting that. So madhu, aswad. So what is better, to become honey or to taste honey? Yes. In order to taste the then Raya Ramananda is saying, I don't have any gyan. I have no knowledge. Whatever you make me speak, I'm speaking. Shishya is like that, right? Shishya is saying that whatever you make me speak, I will speak. That's a positive. So if somebody is making somebody do something, that's what he's doing. However, I will do as you make me do. How much you understand, that's good. And then what you don't understand, then